The Morrison building party was supposed to be my death sentence. Vincent Torino expected me to walk into that 47th-floor penthouse, shake hands with corrupt officials, and become the face of environmental terrorism disguised as luxury real estate. Instead, I walked in wearing a wire, carrying evidence that could bring down a conspiracy worth hundreds of millions of dollars. What I didn't expect was to discover that the corruption went deeper than I'd ever imagined. City council members, EPA officials, federal judges, all of them taking money to let people die slowly from contaminated buildings. And at the center of it all was someone I never saw coming. Someone who'd been controlling Vincent Torino from the beginning. My name is Michael, and this is how I went from a warehouse full of skeletons to a penthouse full of killers. This is the night I learned that in Manhattan real estate, luxury and lies are the same thing. The text message from my mysterious contact had been clear. Bring recording equipment. Trust no one. But finding recording equipment good enough to capture conversations in a noisy penthouse party wasn't easy. Especially when Vincent's people were probably watching every move I made. I drove to 3 different electronics stores in different parts of New Jersey, paying cash for small recording devices. Nothing fancy, nothing that would show up on credit card records. Just basic digital recorders that looked like pens, USB drives, even a watch with a built-in microphone. But the real challenge was staying alive long enough to use them. Vincent's threats about my mother and Lisa weren't empty. That morning, my mom called to tell me she'd noticed the same car parked outside her house for 3 days straight. Probably nothing, she said, but I could hear the worry in her voice. Lisa's situation was worse. When I met her for lunch at the coffee shop where she worked, she mentioned a customer who'd been asking questions about me. Some woman in an expensive suit, Lisa said, wanted to know if we were serious, if I knew about your real estate deals. It was weird, Michael. She knew things about you that I didn't even know. Sarah, Vincent's fake contractor, was keeping tabs on everyone I cared about. That afternoon, I got a call from a mysterious contact who'd been helping me. The voice was distorted, clearly using some kind of electronic masking. Tonight is your only chance to gather evidence about their Manhattan operation, the voice said. But you need to understand something. Everyone at that party is either a victim or a perpetrator. There are no innocent bystanders. How do I know who to trust? You don't. That's why you're going in alone. Record everything. Names, faces, conversations. But be careful. They'll have security everywhere. Metal detectors, signal jammers, people watching for exactly what you're planning to do. What if I get caught? Then you disappear. Just like Marcus Williams. Just like Agent Chun. Just like the 12 other investigators who've gotten too close to this operation over the years. 12 other investigators. I thought Marcus and Agent Chun were the only ones. Who are you? I asked. Why are you helping me? The line went dead. The Morrison building stood 52 stories above Lower Manhattan, its glass facade reflecting the lights of the city like a mirror made of money. As my taxi pulled up to the entrance, I could see why Vincent had chosen this location for his party. The building screamed wealth and power, exactly the image he wanted to project. The lobby was marble and gold, designed to make visitors feel small and poor. Men in expensive suits and women in designer dresses moved through the space like they owned it, which I was beginning to realize they probably did. Security was immediately obvious. Metal detectors at the elevator bank, guards with earpieces positioned throughout the lobby, cameras covering every angle. Getting recording equipment past them would be harder than I'd thought. Michael Rodriguez, I told the security desk. I'm here for the Torino development party. The guard checked his list, then looked at me suspiciously. You're not dressed appropriately. I looked down at my rented tuxedo. It wasn't expensive, but it was black tie. This is a tuxedo. It's a rental tuxedo, he said with disdain. Mr. Torino specifically requested that all guests